Hello people, look where I am. It's spring here in Slovenia. Today I want to share with you something that pops up as soon as I got back to Slovenia and back to my own patterns. I didn't mean to do it, but it happened. And what happened is that I got a day of overeating. I bet you can relate to overeating, at least during the Christmas or any kind of other celebrations when we are just like tracking the food, like it's the last thing we will ever eat again. But it's a very, very concerned thing, and it's a very common thing. And if we want to address it, we have to go into the root cause of this symptom or of this pattern. And it's like with all the things, starting with food, starting with your body, you need a root cause. Otherwise, it will keep on continuing. And that's why it's so hard for people to stop it. That's why it's so hard to change the patterns, to change our days and our lives, because we don't understand and we don't see the root cause of it. And when it comes to overeating, the major thing you have to realize is that it has nothing, and I mean nothing, to do with food. Nothing. It really doesn't. But it has everything to do with your emotions, with how are you feeling at that particular moment. And the main problem with overeating is that we are giving our food something, our body something, food, because we feel the feeling that something is missing. But there is one major problem that we didn't realize here. Usually, when we are hungry, we eat, and we get satisfied because we eat and we are not hungry anymore. But when it comes to overeating, we don't get to this point of satisfaction. Why? Because this is a point where it's not our body that is hungry, it's our soul that is hungry. And that's where all the things went wrong. Because we have this feeling that something is missing in our body, so we believe that our body is hungry. So we just want to fill it with anything. And when it comes to overeating, you can relate that it really does mean anything, because often, even though the food is not like your number one thing to eat, at least you have something to eat, so you will just overeat whatever you find. And the problem is that, yes, the soul is still hungry, and the soul is still craving something, so we don't get this feeling of fulfillment. So how would I address this, or how I address this in my situation, is that I start asking myself, what is my soul craving for? What are the things that my soul wants me to do? And usually the soul is speaking out loud. It really does. It's speaking in kind of suffering. It's speaking in bad emotions. And we always know when something is not good or it's not right for our soul. But what keeps us away from actually following it is the fear. So whenever there comes overeating, I believe it's related to not listening to your soul because you're afraid. Because you're afraid to do this next step. Because you lack of courage to do whatever your soul said to you you have to do. And when I said that the soul is telling you, it's what I mean is that your inner guiding system is dragging you somewhere. And if you don't know where it's dragging you, just ask yourself, what is your passion? What inspires you? Because in this inspiration, in your passion, this is what your soul wants you to do. And if you're not following it, for example, for me, my passion is to share with you all the knowledge and all the lessons I get to myself every single day. But I often say to myself, I don't feel like recording videos today. I don't feel like writing a post. I don't feel like doing something, or basically I'm a bit afraid that this might be a topic that people won't understand or they won't like it. So I hold myself back, and therefore I shut my soul and I don't do what my soul is craving for, and I am searching something to make me fulfill, and this something is often food. So I will address this theme a lot of times because it's such a broad one and such important to understand. But just to let you know, when you're overeating, it's not your body that is craving food, it's your soul that is craving food. I mean, your soul that is craving, yeah, food, but not in general food. So just at this point, ask yourself, what were you avoiding to do? Because that's probably where the fulfillment is. So go and find it. See ya.